What's going on, guys? This is Mike Reed here. Welcome back to another toy review by yours truly. And today we are doing part 2, that's right, 2, of the Bakugan Generation 3 sort of mass overview slash just look back thing. So, yeah, we got plenty to go through at this point. So in part 1 we took a look at, of course, some cards, you know, the arenas, all that type of stuff. But in this one we're going to be focusing primarily on the figures themselves, the main meat and potatoes of Bakugan as a whole, really. So for this one, we're going to do things a little bit differently, considering there's a lot of recolors going on here. So most of these I'm probably going to have to roll up into just one, like, combined segment instead of individual segments, like I could do. But that said, let's just get right in because we have a lot to get into. Well, actually, first, quick jump cut, and then we'll get started. Okay, so got just a random Bakugan G3 card. Just an Aquatic Clan one. So we'll put that there. Get a little close up on the turntable here. Alright, let's just jump right in because, as I said, we have plenty to go through. So we'll start off with Aquatic Clan, and oh boy, already we got some duplicates here. So, alright, so first up we'll take a look at Octagon here, as he's probably one of, if not the most used character for the advertisements for G3, so of course we have to start with him. And I got him in multiple different flavors, as you will no doubt see. So I have a green one there, got a blue one. I got this one from the training set. And then we also have this Street Brawl variant. So plenty of octopi to go around. So I'm just going to stretch out the arms. Even though, ugh, God. Manual parts, you got to love them. I have no idea why G3 brought these back, but to some degree I kind of respect that because, I mean, it's kind of part of Bakugan's identity at this point. It's just, oh boy, lots of manual parts to open. So this one, I'm gonna get him open. Come on. Okay. So here we have my little pod, or whatever you want to call it, of octagons there. And yeah, they look pretty darn good together. With the green and the blue, or a case may be. It sucks that for the training set one, they just flipped the colors on the head. That's all they really did. But, nah, it's alright. So that is Octagon. Pretty simple character. So I'll go ahead and quickly close these up, because thankfully closing them is not too terribly difficult. Thank God for that. So, but close them up. And then we'll move on to our next figure here, or series of figures. Because next up we got, oh God, already stuff is just flopping apart. We got some hammerheads here. We got a diamond hammerhead. We have a green hammerhead, purple, red, and then we're gonna have to try to squeeze one in the middle here. The Street Brawl hammerhead. So a big old shiver of hammerheads, it looks like. Yeah, look at these guys. Oh, these are awesome together. I love these guys. So here you have my little shiver of hammerheads here, looking pretty darn nice. Now, evidently my favorite's probably the diamond one, just because, I mean, come on, it's a diamond, it looks awesome. But, you know, and of course with all of them you can fold out the little legs if you wanted to. So that way they can actually stand up. But for the sake of this review, I'm just going to keep their legs folded up. And so that way you can actually see them all on display here. So, just going to fold all these up now. Again, thank God that for these core figures, folding them up is just really, really easy to do. So, we'll move on to our next one, which thankfully only has 2 variations, or at least that I've been able to obtain. That being Butterclaw, of course. So we have a green Butterclaw, and we have a red Butterclaw. So, yeah, very, very nice looking Butterclaws right there. Now, of course, I do understand that there is a diamond one out there, even though, well, I don't really collect G3 anymore, and I've already stated in my first video as to why, but just to summarize, essentially, G3 has kind of lost its luster with me, and just in general, there doesn't seem to be anything really new coming out for G3, and I'll talk about at the end as to why exactly nothing new is coming out for G3, because there's been some information that's come out that I feel needs to be said regarding the fate of G3. But anyways, so very nice little Butterclaws there. And of course that's what they look like with their legs folded out. So, not bad at all. We'll go ahead and close these up now, which again is very, very simple to do. Doesn't take, only takes like mere seconds to do if you're really good at it like I am. And there you go. Okay, now we're moving on to Avian Clan, which sadly only has 3 members. That being, of course, just a lot of Ventries to go around. And if I could actually get them all in the shot, that would be great. There we go. Of course, got to extend out her tail feathers. Her luscious, crystalline tail feathers. So fold these out. Ugh. Okay. So there you have our flock of Ventries right there. And she looks really good. I mean, sure, she's just Skyrus again, if we think about it, but she's pretty good, you know? Of course, I got her in, red, purple, black, and then the white. And clearly these are love letters to Pyrus, Darkus, and Chaos. So, very, very cool indeed. And of course, folding these lovely birds up is just as easy as you would expect it to be. Or at least one would hope, right? So, gonna fold these up. Rip. Okay. And then this one's gonna go in the end here. Okay, there we go. Actually, it goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. So, next up we have Mammal Clan, and we got 4 members for this. Those being, of course, different shades of Bruiser here. So, got a nice little group of them here. Yeah. So, got a nice little herd of Bruisers going on there. And, again, I love the color variants that they gave him here. Of course, I don't have his show-accurate version, sadly, but the closest thing I can get is, of course, the Street Brawl there. But, yeah, other than that, pretty sweet looking. Now, I should probably show as well that, you know, if you want to complete the look for each of these, you just fold the little feet out, so that way he can stand. So there is that. But anyways, just gonna put these in their bell forms real quick. Okay. And now I can move swiftly along to Dino Clan, which has plenty of members in it, actually. So we'll start off with these four. Yeah, four. Those being, of course, the many shades of trucks. Because we got plenty of flavors here. So here we have my four truckses. So, of course, we have the anime accurate one there, black, diamond, and then street brawl trucks. So, pretty nice color variations, all things considered. And with all of them, if you want to complete the look, I should probably show this as well. Just fold his little legs out until they can't go back any farther. And there you have the complete look of trucks. So that is pretty nice. So I'll fold these guys up. And then we'll move on to the last two trucks variations that we have. Or I guess you could say these are more Evos than anything. So here we have titanium trucks. Yes, his titanium evolution. And we got two of them. We got anime accurate and a white one. So we will fold out fold out the legs. Now, of course, it is intended that the legs sit like this for some reason. And yeah, do be careful when you're pulling out the legs because they can be pretty tight on some of these. Okay, so if we're going by how they're intended to be posed, there you have titanium trucks right there. And yes, I realize he looks absolutely ridiculous like this, but apparently this is how he's intended to be opened. Now, of course, if you want to do it the right way, or at least what I think is the intended way, you fold them like that. So that way, of course, he's more front facing. Of course, you might have to adjust the legs a little bit to, to compensate for his weight. But other than that, that is titanium trucks. Yeah, probably one of my favorite core evolutions in G3. I love his design, and the way that he closes is just not what you would expect from something like this. So one of the more creative ball forms, I would say, in terms of how it activates. So moving on to case number 2, we got some more core figures. In this case, in the Dragon Clan. So this is where it gets exciting. All right. So we got. All right. Might as well start off with, of course, the single most, just the goat himself. Here we have Dragonoid. Yes, the goat himself. And yeah, he is absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, he does have many different color variations. I know there's a black one out there, and I'm fairly sure there's like a blue or a white one. But I only have, of course, the anime accurate version, and to be honest, that's the only one I need. So, there you go. Very, very nice looking there for Drago. And of course, he closes up very easily. Just excellent figure. Alright, next we got his evolutions, and we got him in several fun flavors here. So, that being, of course, Titanium Dragonoid, and we got 4 of them, as you can see. And what sucks is that the last one I got here, literally it's just the same one as the one in the back, but just released in a different set. So that kind of stinks. But hey, I have one. So there you have my Titanium Dragonoids. Very, very nice little assortment here. And I don't know if these are all his color variations, but I'm pretty sure these are at least the most common color variations. Now, of course, if you want to complete his look, you just want to fold the legs out, so that way he can stand. And of course it reveals some more just scale details on the inside. So there you go. And of course getting him closed is going to be a pain in the butt, because sometimes these little wings can get in the way. Sometimes they can. Not all the time, but sometimes they do. So you just close them up, and there you go. And then next up we have the always villainous Nilius. Yep, and we got several different flavors of Nilius. We have lime Nilius here, blue. Okay, I guess we'll have to do it like this. And then we have the elusive diamond version. And look at how good these guys look together. Yeah, G3's Nilius is probably one of the shining stars amongst the Dragon Clan and amongst the core designs in general, because for as small as he is, he does really good in his core form, I would say. Now, of course, the special attack version's also pretty good too, but yeah, this guy's awesome. And of course, to complete his look, you can always fold out the little mini wings to really sell the look for him. Absolutely fantastic. And close him up, it's a bit ingenious how they actually hide the locking mechanism underneath his head. I do quite like that. So, really cleans up the look and makes him look a little less, I guess, cheap looking than he could have if he didn't have that little sneaky, ingenious way of hiding that. Alright, and then last but not least, and I believe this is the last of the core figures, yep, we have Smoke. Yep. So, fold out her little legs. And there you go. So there is Smoke. And Smoke is, well, pretty basic actually. I mean, yes, it's a Chinese style dragon, but that's pretty much it for Smoke, really. I know there's a white one. Didn't get it, but I know there is a white one. So, but yeah. And of course, closing her up, very, very simple. So, there you go. Alright, let's move on to special attacks, as we got a lot of these to cover here as well. So, I guess we'll start off with special attack, gold special attack, Octagon here. So, of course, we can always just fold out the little legs here. And there you have special attack Octagon. And he looks awesome. As you can tell in the plastic, he definitely has that suction cup look to him, which I think just really adds to the look. And I love how big his little mantle or the head is, with those big piercing eyes peering through those big openings in his head. It's just a really just menacing looking figure. Well, menacing to a degree, but you know. So that is special attack Octagon. Very, very cool figure right there. And of course, getting him closed up can sometimes be a pain as well, especially with the small panels. So you really gotta watch what you're doing with him. Moving on, we have Titanium special attack Hammerhead. Even though it uses the gold special attack bottom, but we're gonna forego that for now. There we go. So here you have little Hammerhead here, and yeah, he looks pretty good. Evidently smaller and more compact than his core variant, but still pretty good. I don't know why he's doing, like, this weird pose with his arms. Like, what is going on? But I guess he works for what he is. And, of course, he's got, like, a little tail poking out there in the back as well. And, again, he has a rather ingenious transformation in the way that, again, he hides all the mechanisms that keep him all together in ball form. But moving on to Avian Clan now, we got two Avian Clan representatives here in the form of two special attack Ventries. I believe these are the titanium versions. So, very, very lovely birds we got here. And again, I love her design here. Just very, very nice. Now, of course, with both of these, they do have different bottoms. So the one bottom that's on the red one, that is the same one that was literally on the hammerhead we just looked at. So I'm not going to bother showing that one too much. But the green one, I can actually show how that one works. So, or at least the parts on it. And also just because it's easier to show it on that one than it is on the red one. So the red one, or green one rather, here you can fold out the plumage behind the wings to complete the full open look of Ventry. So that's pretty cool right there. And I think it really works best with the little special attack bottom that the green one has. Just because I think it really fills out the look with the wings and everything. I think that works way better than the red one does. So, moving on to Mammal Clan, we got 4 representatives here. That being, of course, some variations on special attack Bruiser here. So we have a blue, a green, diamond, and we have a Street Brawl variation. So, again, a lovely herd of bruisers to go around. Now, thankfully for most of these, they don't have too many manual parts on them. I'm not going to show them for the sake of the review, but they are very nice looking nonetheless. Even if the little arms are kind of derpy looking and kind of take away from the intended design here. But I think we can forgive them on that. So, and thankfully, again, these ones are probably one of, if not the easiest special attacks to close. As later ones, as you'll see, are way more of a pain to get closed. But it's okay. You know, Bakugan, even G2 had some figures that were pretty annoying to get closed. Not a lot, but some. So now let's move on to Dragon Clan, and oh boy, we got a lot of Dragon Clan here. So I think we're gonna start slow here with Gold Special Attack Dragonoid, and we got several flavors of Dragonoid here. We have the standard Piracy Red, Diamond, and Street Brawl. Yeah. So there you have my Gold Special Attack Dragonoids there. Looking very, very nice indeed. Whoop, gotta get that centered. And yeah. So, very nice wings, tail, you know. There are a couple manual parts on this guy that I will show on the standard red. Because, well, I don't think the other ones are really going to show that well, are they? So, we'll just get these ones closed. And I guess another thing that's really good about these special attacks, when they stay closed, they stay closed. They don't go flopping around on you. Now, of course, I wish I could say that for when you actually do the whole spinning gimmick for some of these, but I digress. So, anyways, for Special Attack Dragonoid here, his manual parts are under the wings. So there's a little grip on the inside that you pull on. And there you have the wings opened up. So that is pretty nice. And then, as you also saw, he does have a little dumpy tail in the back. So I guess they just had to dock Dragonoid's little tail there. Kind of a shame, but okay. Kind of like a little, like, I don't know, like a pit bull or something. Little tail. Very strange. Anyways, moving on to titanium special attacks. We got 2 of those. That being, of course, this titanium Drago and the Street Brawl Drago. Yep. So 2 flavors of the GOAT himself in titanium form. And I think these 2 work really well together. Of course, I much prefer the Street Brawl version just because more colors. But the standard issue version isn't that bad either. So, can't be mad at that. What I can be mad at, though, to some degree, is the manual parts. Because, oh my god, the manual parts on this guy can be kind of annoying. So, what do I mean by this? Well, first and foremost, you have a tail, which flops down like that. And then you have 2 little wings under here, or just wing extensions, and those you do have to kind of reach around to get to. But once you get them, there you have the completed look of titanium Dragonoid. So, very, very nice indeed. Even though the wing extensions really only serve just to, I guess, sort of fill out the sort of emptiness of the wings otherwise. But, I don't know. I don't think it really needs little dumpy wing extensions. It's not necessary. But I guess it's nice that they included them anyway, for those that care. So anyways, moving on to our next special attack here. And I think this is probably one of the best ones out there. You already know who it is. Golden Titanium Special Attack Dragonoid. And of course, he flopped horribly. But still, you gotta love this guy. I mean, wow. And of course, to fill out his look, we just fold out his little punchy arms there. And we have 2 wing extensions just under the wings that you gotta reach around and fold out. Now that looks awesome. And of course, you want to make sure those wings and the arms are fully extended. There we go. And it sucks that this is the only way you can really get this guy. Or specifically, you can only get this guy in the Battle Arena set. So, good luck getting one, especially in the aftermarket. But yeah, very nice looking Drago. Another thing that kind of sucks though is you'll also see the legs are a little bit disconnected from the body. I understand that from the front it looks good, but like, oh my god. When you start looking from the sides, you start to really see that like, oh no. But from the front, it looks normal. So, but yeah, it's just a matter of perspective, I guess. But yeah, so that is Gold Titanium Dragonoid. Of course, there are manual parts on the base as well, but to be honest, they don't really do anything, so I'm not going to really bother showing them. But closing this guy up can be kind of a pain as well. You know, just to get those little wings folded up. But wow, to my surprise, that was quicker than I expected to get that guy closed. I was expecting to have to maybe do a jump cut on him, but no. Okay, so moving on to our next. Actually, we're getting close to the end here already. Holy crap! Our last representatives for Dragon Clan, we have Special Attack Nilius, Gold Special Attack. Whoop! Almost bumped the phone again. So we have a red one, we have a black one, and then we have the Galactic Rare one. Yes, of course, I had to get the Galactic Rare one because I mean, come on, Galactic Rares are so hard to come by. I wish I had more of them, but to be honest, this is really the only one I need because this was the one that was most heavily advertised with the special treatment on it. So, there you have them, and they look really good together. Now, thankfully, there are no manual parts for these outside of the bases. But other than that, pretty solid looking versions of Nilius here. Now, what would also be nice is if getting them close wasn't the biggest pain in the butt sometimes. Because there's a lot of there's a couple pieces here you have to hold, like you gotta hold them, and then you gotta force this to do that, and then this gotta do that thing, and oh my god. It is just the worst sometimes. And of course this guy is going to be a problem, so that's great. If you could just close up for me, that would be... Okay. Just stay close, gosh dang it. Alright. Get the wings closed up. Alright. I may have to do a jump cut here. I may have to. Because this could take a minute. So, okay, there we go. Alright, that one's closed up now. And last but not least, the Galactic Rare. Which, real quick, just to show, yeah, I love the printing on the little metal wheel, flywheel in there. That is awesome. That they actually took the time to print that sort of like galactic design on it. Oh gosh, mother. Alright, quick jump cut, guys. Alright, guys, and so there is one last Dragon Clan Bakugan that I almost forgot to include here. Of course, Titanium Special Attack Nilius. Have to include him. So, his manual parts, thankfully, at least on the actual figure, are the wings. Just hold them back. And there you have Titanium Special Attack Nilius. Now, what does suck is that, well, first and foremost, he's just an empty void. Same. But, you know, you do have the wings and whatnot. But, like, is there really nothing they could have done to fill the big empty void in his chest? Like, really? But other than that, he's a pretty solid figure, I would say. Now, it would also be nice if I had his gold and titanium special attack variant, but sadly, never got it. So, there you go. And yeah, getting him closed is, well, thankfully easier, but not by a lot. So, because you gotta line up some peg holes, gotta line up some hinges. Yeah, a lot of lining up to do. But once you get it, he stays. Alright, and now to end off, we got a couple Insect Clan. Bakugan here. So just close that up. Put that over here. And we got a couple Mantids. Yep. So we have this blue Mantid. And then we have this Street Brawl green. The more organic colored Mantid. So there you have Mantid right there. Looking very Mantid-y indeed. But yeah, really do like the legs right there. Just kind of stretching out. Even though what sucks is that one of them has like a ratchet sort of thing in it, so that way it actually snaps into place. But then the other one just kind of loosely flops, which kind of stinks. Don't know why they didn't just do it on both sides. And before anybody asks, yes, I know there's a core variation. Looks awesome. Wish I could find it. But, you know, or could have found it, rather. But I think these two core variations are pretty darn good on their own. Especially because, I mean, come on, that giant Insect Clan tattoo, I mean, that's just great. Really like that. And thankfully, as well, these are very, very easy to close, outside of the legs being finicky. Other than that, that pretty much wraps it up for this collection review on Bakugan Generation 3. Bakugan Revolution, Bakugan 3.0, whatever you want to call it. So, real quick, I wanted to, as I mentioned before, mention something at the end regarding the fate of G3, because I can't end this video without talking about it, at least a little bit. So, according to various different sources, it seems like Bakugan's really not doing well. Like, monetarily speaking, it's plummeting in sales. I wonder why. But, right, Spin Master does say as well that Bakugan is currently on pause, apparently. Which, that doesn't sound good. Because they say they're working on a Season 2. And from what I've also heard, Season 2 is just going to be the same toys again, just in different colors. And I'm like, oh my god. They are really going to do a Wave 2 of just recolors. Really? You know? So, and it sucks because some of the stuff that was revealed, like the Shape Fury Dragonoid, and I think they were going to do a Shape Fury Pen G, yeah, those are never going to come to pass. And there is a couple things that seem to be coming soon, I did see on Amazon, but who knows if those are actually going to come to market or if those are going to be canceled. Who knows? Or if those are listings that were never intended to go up on the marketplace in the first place. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds for our dear, beloved Bakugan. But hopefully, keyword hopefully, it will make a comeback. And in full force, because I would hate for this series to just die for another 5-6 years. That would suck. But more than likely, I think Spin Master is probably going to go back to the drawing board and rework G3 into something better. At least I would hope. Because I cannot sit here and just accept that G3 is just going to die like that. There has to be hope out there. For G3. There has to be. But I guess we'll wait and see what they have in store. But, you know, I'm holding out for G3, and hopefully you guys are too. Because if Beyblade can make a grand comeback with Beyblade X, Bakugan can do the same thing for its third generation. But, who knows? So, with that said, that's going to be it for this review. If you guys did enjoy it, then please make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so that way you guys get notified for all my uploads. Later, Reed Squad, and have a good one.